Here's a couple of men from about 20 years ago.
And I met him at a banquet years later, State Department.
They both met Alexander
He
Haig,
gave the speech.
coincidentally, and Gunderson had read him his rights. Well, both of them are gone now, either dead or disappeared.
Read me my rights today?
But Chip Tatum and Ted Gunderson, we never trusted the CIA. Don't kid yourself about everybody going to lose faith if the truth comes out. 80% of the people don't know the truth. The only people that don't,
who later became director of the CIA,
are morons. So don't worry about them.
What did they tell you?
They explained to us that the reason General Haig was there is that he was the assistant to our national security advisor, Henry Kissinger.
Okay.
He worked directly for the president.
Now,
and
Kissinger's
the president
still
had
alive.
decided that it was in the best interest of the country and of the war to see to the end of the war as quickly as possible.
They're going to see to the end of the Vietnam
one of those key elements to that.
War, Operation Red Rock.
The foreign nations, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, more involved on the offensive level rather than the defensive posture.
They're going to get them on the offensive
in the war, so that we
instead of
could start
defensive.
extracting troops out.
So we could start extracting troops out.
What we needed to do was jump into what they had planned for us to do was jump into one of our allies' countries. Dressed as North Vietnamese sappers.
Jump
That's why
into
we were
one of our allies' countries dressed as
sapper is what, a prisoner of war?
No, a sapper is
to get Cambodia, Laos, Thailand to fight Vietnam instead of while they extract the Americans. And he said it's Dr. Kissinger's
we've all heard about
big idea.
Guerrillas. I mean, a true guerrilla. Very, very well trained. So these sappers are who we were actually going in with. To Phnom Penh Airport in Cambodia. The reason it was decided to do this was Lon Nol, the CIA-placed premier.
You know, Bruce Lee knew what was going on when they did the 4 old things in China. Bruce Lee being from Hong Kong. Bruce Lee was not stupid as to the fight.
On the fence, so we decided if we went in as
but don't make Bruce Lee have died in vain, because remember, he was taking flack from his people who said, don't trust
they were our
them.
That we'd given him. There were some
don't make him
the tarmac, but not
I mean, why are you all people trying to destroy Bruce Lee's
the North Vietnamese
life?
We're actually coming in after his country
he
now.
tried
get off the fence and ask
to
us
say and warn people we have
well,
to
you said we decided, you meaning people in Washington, D.C. decided.
You have to be philosophical, and you have to bring the beauties of the East and West. But meanwhile, because meanwhile, they knew this kind of shit was going on with Kissinger.
With the statement
trying to trick the other gooks. See, they all call everybody gooks, okay? All these Kissingers and Haigs and white guys. I mean, do you really want to identify with these white men who call everybody gooks? Or who treat everybody like this? Put in these Americans to trick the Cambodians into fighting against, like, this is disgusting. And it's the CIA. So why isn't that just, why can't you just fucking admit it? This is what, 50 years now? So obviously there's no intention of once the lie is perpetuated this long, they would rather never admit it, because they're building upon their embarrassment. But that is truly pathetic. I don't care who you are. If you're alive today and you don't want to admit the lie, then you're a loser. There's no excuse for lying to people for their own good. Fuck that shit. Okay? Because for your own good is for someone else's no good, and for someone else's own good is for your own bad. Nothing is validated here, because this is before they discovered DNA, the Vietnam War. Before they discovered DNA, now we know DNA. DNA trumps all.
Just didn't get along with them. Neither did Pablo, but
snake is.
And your DNA will follow you, and they will actually, I don't know what's going to happen karmically to people who do this kind of thing, but thank God for someone like this who admitted it. Now they're dead. And they gave it to the people, and there's a lot of people that already know this.